My bad. I muted it. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Can you hear me now? Is that Jared Carney in here? I don't know why it was like muted. Weird. You AFL. I'm guessing that's Jared. Guessing. I can tell by that F and oath. Alright, we're good? We're good, boys? Can you verse me? Possibly. So what we're here to do today is kind of give like my first impressions, play a game, check out some of the new animations, some of the new patches. I've been playing yesterday and I found there was a big improvement, and then overnight it's been a significant patch. So I'm going to try and go ahead and, you know, play a game in Pro Team. I'll show you my Pro Team. I've made a fair few improvements, sold a few players here and there. Got some points. I got 4,260. Don't open packs, guys. It's like the worst thing. Use the market. That's the best way to get a side. Oh man, maybe my settings are like all cooked. Shout out for you for I know there is no game music, right? Chat, is there game music? I can't find a thing that says there is game music. It's off now. I never had it on though, that's the thing. I don't know, that's weird. Very weird. Or maybe desktop audio, maybe because I'm not clicked on it. I don't know. Alright. Maybe from the game or something else. Possibly from the game. I'll go on my little tangent again, saying some of you might not have heard. Oh, what's on the background? So yesterday I was playing a game, and some of the updates had happened, and I think the game runs a lot smoother. It's a lot more like Rugby League Live 4. Now overnight there's been a lot of there's been a big patch. There's been a lot of new animations brought in, the side steps, big hits, all that sort of stuff. Everything they kind of promised before the game was announced, it's been brought in. So I'm here to try and test out and see exactly, you know, if it's good or bad, because as Big Ant kind of is, they kind of, you know, they kind of add like a few good things, and then obviously they kind of stuff up a lot of things too. So it's kind of like a, you know, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Like some things improve and then they end up stuffing up some things. Still major reports of people not even being able to play the game. I believe Xbox has a lot of troubles. People can't finish online games, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to be playing Pro Team. I'm going to play Coach Battles. I will take you through my lineup real quick. It's vastly improved from the last time you've seen it. I've gone through and I've looked at players who I think are some of the better rated cards. Big hits are perfect. I've seen that. They actually do look really good, yeah. They do look good. New update, step in the right direction, 100%. And that's where it's like disappointing. I saw someone comment and was like, oh, I guess the update kind of makes your video not valid that I did with Clarky. And it's like, not really. That it kind of, I think that validates it even further, is that all this stuff that Ross is in a Discord server has said that, oh, it was supposed to be in the game from day one, and it's been nearly 2 weeks later, and we're finally getting it. So yeah, like we kind of did get, we did get duped. People bought the game thinking we're going to get that. They didn't get that. And obviously there's probably been a lot of refunds and all that sort of stuff. Eventually we'll probably get there. We'll probably get a half decent game, I would hope. But the whole point of my sort of videos has been that we don't want to wait 6 months for it to be half playable. It's an admission from the devs. Absolutely, bro. Rugby League 26 is getting better slowly. Happy to spend the $99 plus $100 of packs. But see, that's why I think there is a little bit of a problem with it. Is that, yeah, like they removed all this stuff pre-launch, and we still went and bought it and still bought packs. But the problem is, are you going to do that for the next game? Like, obviously, we've had 8 years to wait. We're desperate for a game. If they pull this sort of stuff, which they kind of have a history of on Rugby League 27 or, you know, that sort of stuff, 28, are we gonna, like, I guarantee the sales are a lot lower for the next game than they are on this time. Mark my words. It's just, anyways. Look, we're not here to bash the game. We're here because we love rugby league. We love rugby league games. Do I think rugby league video games work well for online? Actually, I don't. I don't think rugby league adapts well to online. At least these games, anyways. Single player coach is the best one. Yeah, for me, I think so as well. You don't even want a yearly game if they collab with FIFA. They need to skip past Rugby League 27 and spend more time for. Yeah, but like that's the thing. They won't though. Like this year's, they rushed this one. They legitimately have released it unfinished. Like they proved the point in the Discord chat and said that they had to remove a whole bunch of stuff. Pretty much all we're seeing now was supposed to be in the game at the start, according to them. Whether you believe it, whether you don't, it's your prerogative. But that's at least what Ross is saying in the chat. So we got dealt a super unfinished game, and then they try to combat that and say, like, nah, you're just haters. And it's like, dude, you now admitted this. Like, they always do this. They wait until like things come out, and then they're like, oh yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. And it's like, you're just backing up everything everyone has said. Like your point isn't getting furthered at this point. But I mean, this is exactly what we wanted, right? Like, no New South Wales Cup still, but plenty of new animations. They said hundreds of animations. That was one of the points I made, was that they kept saying 100 new animations, and we got a handful of them. And to this point, like, are they actually effective? I've seen the hit and spin. It looks tacky. The step looks weird. Like, I feel like the Rugby League Live 4 step actually is better in hindsight. But in terms of all the big hits and all that sort of stuff, I think that's great. The thing is, I don't necessarily care for like a big hit animations. I want actual just in general play tackles, all that sort of stuff. Put downs, whatever, kind of here and there. And I'll take it over my pro team. I bought a few players. I haven't played with a lot of these ones. Now I end up packing Peter Hiku with my footy points. I just opened like a pack. This Liam Marshall was someone I got on stream for you guys. Taruva and Kyle Feldt, I ended up picking them up off the market. I thought they had really good stats for wingers, especially with how the game was playing, where wingers weren't that important. Obviously, pace has been nerfed a little bit. We'll see if it is on pro team. Callum Ponga I picked up today. This Oliver Partington, he looks like a really good card. I made a point to get him, wasn't too expensive. Jai Field, Harry Smith, two Wigan boys. I picked them up today as well. Jai Field is a fullback, but I'm going to play him at 5'8". Colin Tankett I packed very early on, same as Vanua Pole. We end up getting this Matty Lees today for not much. Victor Radley was the same. Reid Marnie I packed. Aaron Clark I packed. Kurt Mann I picked up last night. Josh King I packed very early on. And Scotty Drinkwater I picked up today as well. So a lot of new additions to the side. We're going to go ahead and take on the computer and try and test out some of these animations. I'm not going to go and seek them out. I'm just going to play how I normally play. And if they happen, they happen. Because realistically, if you're playing the game, you're not going to be trying to force animations. It's just going to happen. DT! Most realistic player in the game skill-wise. I generally don't know. Pro team is not working. See, this is a big problem that I'm saying. I'm on PC. I haven't really had too many issues, but a lot of console guys are still having a lot of issues with just even playing the game. People can't get past menus and all that sort of stuff. Wade's in here. How we doing? Yeah, Stephen Crichton's a good shout, actually. In terms of, he's big, he's fast, palm off plays, he step plays. He's a good all-rounder. What should we play? Team of the week? Let's play the team of the week. I'm going to play in veteran difficulty. I'm not sure how long the halves. I wish it would tell me the halves. They have also added in all of this stats and all that sort of stuff, so that is cool. That is something that I did notice yesterday, so that is quite cool. But we're going to be taking on the Manly Reinga Seagulls. We'll see if my game lags at all with all the streams. It shouldn't do, but we'll see. The game has been ruined. BDS says the game has been ruined in the first 2 weeks. The most essential thing for the game, people get addicted. Yeah, I think that's a great assessment of it, actually. it's all well and good to have these things that were supposed to be in the game on day one, but 2 weeks later, people aren't going to, there's going to be us if you're watching this video, you probably are going to be playing it, right? But that 110,000 people playing it or whatever, when it first came out, guarantee it's about half of it now. So we should get some new animations running out, I believe. At least the kickoff is much different. I noticed that yesterday, so that is at least a talking point. Our boys running out. I did try to actually get Matt Duff. We have Kalen Ponga in the Queensland headgear, which is interesting. I wasn't sure what sort of headgear we would get, if it was going to be the Knights version, or if you just have a plain white one, kind of like a Reed Marnie sort of situation. But we do have the Queensland one. Manly running out. I always think they look like they're running really weird. Actually, it's not Manly. We've got Dylan Edwards at the back. They're wearing Manly jerseys, but is that Tommy Dearden? Okay, we've got like a best of side. In fact, actually, I've looked at this side. I wish they did it like FIFA, where they kind of showed you like what sort of side you were taken on. But you can find it, and this is a very high rated side. There's one of the new animations. Just want to take a look at that one. There's a palm. We're going to take a look at this. We are running up with Keon Kalamatangi. Boom, there's a pass. Very reminiscent of Rugby League Live 3. Did comment this on Old One Nexus 1. With Rugby League Live 3, they would actually sort of get launched. A lot of times, if you're on the wing, you didn't want the palm because you end up over the sideline. It was quite drastic. But this is kind of like the nerf to better version. Thoughts on the updates? I mean, this is my first game with the update. I did play a little bit yesterday with a lot of updates, and it was much better. Let's try and hit KP. Okay, the step didn't look too bad just there. I've seen clips of them when it's like it's not animated and it's not going against the player. It looks kind of weird. In terms of that, like in terms of them falling over, it's a little bit, I don't know, like not simulation based, if the best way to put it. But it doesn't look bad, like compared to. I'll do one just to kind of take a look at it. Let's do one right now. Let's go this one. Like, look at, okay, it does look weird, right? Like, when they're doing it here, right? Look at how drastic that was. So, when they sucker in a player and it works well, it's good. But, like, look at this. Look at that. Like, what is that? What is that step, bro? What is that? It looks like he's blowing out an ACL. Why do they look like they're about to fall over? I don't understand. We're playing Rugby League 2 on the PS2. Game feels like a remake of that, an improvement. Oh, rather than an improvement of Rugby League Live 4. Screens to new animations and gets new animations still complains. Dude, just because they're new animation doesn't mean they're good. I just got done saying the palm looks nice. When it locks in a player, it looks nice. But it looks absolutely whack when it's like that. Like, look at this. Look, it looks like he's about to, like... He literally looks like he's going to fall over. Why is he like that? Why is he like that? Come on. Why is he like on a... Why is he diagonal? Come on. You can't tell me that's a Roger Novas Shek step. Funny enough, he has like one of the worst steps in the game in terms of like actual stats. That's what's funny. But I love that, like, it looks ridiculous, right? And then a player still gets pulled in. Number 11 ends up on the floor. And that's where I was like, I wish the steps, they just didn't end up getting launched. Like, it's kind of comical. Like, it does make sense. Every now and again it happens, but it shouldn't be like the guarantee, if that makes sense. There's a... Oh, I thought that was a nice pass, eh? I just need to move this so I can see who I've got the ball. Rugby League Live 4 step completely stopped you from defending. It did, but like also this kind of looks like it does the same thing. And the chance I can share my pro team. Yeah, I can share the pro team. I don't really know what it does, but we can try that. Alright, fourth tackle. Like, look how like the jump was crazy there. Like when you're doing a step, that's cool. Unless you are Roger Tuazashek, you're not doing a massive one like that. Let's see if the kicking. Okay, so kicking's exactly the same. I'm pretty sure I noticed the kickoff animation. Maybe goal kicking was a little bit different. Remains to be seen. I just want to point out, guys, you don't have to feel obliged to like it or dislike it. You can have your own opinions on it. Is the kicking mechanics any easier? I feel like it's exactly the same, unless you didn't notice a thing. There we go. There's a nice tackle. Matty Lee's coming across. Oh, I thought we're through with Taruva. Oh, there's a big hit. There's the big hit. That's a bad play for me. Does Rugby Game still say updating after patching it? No. Still not worth $100? Yeah, look, I don't know if you're wrong. Come on, tackle him. He's on his front. Does he get to the line? No, he doesn't. They've apparently fixed a lot of this sort of stuff. We'll see. On his back, thank you. Right, man, the game is still better. Things to be tweaked. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, no, I think it will get better. I still think that would be limited by the fact that it is the Rugby League Live 4 gameplay that they're kind of like giving a makeover. I think like that in itself will be... It will limit it majorly. But like, say for example, at least this works properly. The bunker was a big issue where it didn't even show it. You couldn't even watch highlights at the end of the games. Let's go. Oh, has that a knock on? Who knocked it on? Dude, where did we knock it on? Show me. He kicked it into us. Where is the knock on? Where is it? Sorry, this is things where like they fix one thing, but they like really stuff up some of the other things. Like there is clearly not a knock on there, right? Look at that. Look at this space. We have number 10. I think it might be Matty Lee's. A lot of space there. It's prop against prop. Why did Manly have the ball? Like, tell me really, why did Manly have the ball? I know you can say that, like, there they are, they're over for a try. So they've just scored off the back of the game glitching out. And that's where, as good as these, like, little animation fixes are and stuff, like, it's really cool and all, but just core gameplay things like that they really actually need to focus on. And I feel like they don't. They just want to give the makeover. So we go, oh, cool, shiny new toy, look, like a new step. And there's still the same issues. Like, look at us, like, we're literally going like, oh my god, how sick is it that they have halftime stats that have been in every single other game. And even when you have a look at it, they have the same setup. You can clearly tell it's Rugby League Live 4, right? Because where the name is and all that sort of stuff, that's where they used to have the photo of the player. They don't have the photo of the player anymore, so it's weirdly positioned on like the right-hand side. Can't skip this, weird. Bez, I'm good. Couldn't skip that one, but Dylan Edwards slots it over. It's a 6-0 lead to this Team of the Week side. Brooke Vale's in Manly, not Sydney. Yeah, it's very, yeah. I'm with her. Buzz. Why is Harry Smith playing? Okay, so in-game, right? So in-game, I had Jai Field as halfback, as 5'8", I believe. Yeah, so this is very strange, right? So Harry Field is my halfback, but he's wearing 6. Jai Field is the 5'8", but he's wearing now the 7. It's what I mean where, like, they fix a couple things and they still, like, they end up stuffing up a few other things. Got the green tees, love that, eh? They've only been using it for that many years. Line looks pretty good. Yeah, no, the actual, like, overall look of the game looks quite good. All the markings, all that sort of stuff. In terms of making subs, it still doesn't give us any sort of it doesn't give us any sort of like percentage of fitness or anything. You still got to pause it. Right, shake down, throw it to Taruva. We'll try and get Ponga a little bit more involved. I actually was on a bit of a winning streak in Pro Team, so we'll see if I can continue that. There's a gap, there's a gap, there's a palm. That's nice. Love that. The step doesn't work with Keon. See, like, again, that really stuffs it up. So this used to be a play you used to be able to do on line 4. You could do it on here. And it's just because and like, I guess it still kind of works. This is a bad example of it. But you used to be able to, like, step and it would lock in an offender. And it has with this guy right here. Number 6 has locked them in. Number 3 would hit the gap. But it just looks so weird and clunky. Yes, as your AFL said. Ben7, thank you so much, man. The success rate of fend and step give you a migraine. Yeah, dude, it's like, I mean, like, this is what puts me off playing offline. I know a lot of people like that too. Like, let's step here. Look, we get through a gap. We didn't even do anything. The offline, let's get the pass out. Okay. Alright, this is looking alright. But where are they? Oh, here we go. Can't get the step away. Taruva! Would have been nice. No grooving for us. But, like, why they don't keep up with the play, I don't understand. We're going crossfield there. Animations to tackle on the ground seem exactly the same. I don't know if is there supposed to be something? I'm going to grub it. I'm just going to test out the grubbers. Are they still as cheesy as ever? Looks it. Yep, there we go. Harry Smith on debut scored the try. Grubbers is still exactly the same. There we go. I mean, I don't mind it. Obviously, I benefited from it, but I imagine that would be annoying when you're playing online. Did I see the Cody Walker face scan? I did, yeah. You might play Rugby League Live 2 from now on. At least you can shoulder charge. Yeah, I mean, like, you can shoulder charge in here, but definitely does not have the same effect. Like, it doesn't feel like a big hit, right? Oh, there was some animation. I just skipped them. My bad. But it is 6 all Harry Smith. Scores the try, kicks the goal. 87 rated. Love that. Henry Phillips. I'd love to see what the comment was. Buzz. Can we go through the middle? Is this glitch still a thing? Not quite. They don't have the pace. Dude, see, like that, like so flat-footed. What are my players doing for real? Why are they running backwards? This is another thing. Why are they still doing this? Okay, we go across the field. All right, we get a little bit of space. Why are my center and winger there? Why is there literally like, what is that, like a 10-meter gap we're going to say? I don't understand. I don't understand 10-meter gap. You have the defensive line on the back foot for no reason, really. And then, I know this might seem nitpicking, but it's just the fact that, like, it might be nitpicky. It definitely is nitpicking. But at the same time, like, these are things that if you're watching a game of NRL, I just went to a game, right? Why am I passing it there and 15 metres back on my centre and winger? I don't quite understand. Kellen Ponga, one of the best steps in the game. One who's actually, this step might be based on can't get through. Can we get through with a forward, though? No, we can't. Look at that. Dry field with the palm, too. There's no support in the sliders. Where's our support? I bought the digital. I'm playing on Steam. I'm playing on PC, which apparently is like a lot better than any of the consoles. How do you get your players to stop running too early? Get them offside? I'm not exactly sure. Every 5 minutes, why is this still happening? Negan, what do you mean? What do you mean, what is still happening? I might be a little bit behind you. There we go. There's that same play that they've done since Rugby League Live 4, and we still get him. Let's see if I can get this. But that's a nice pass, but they kind of just hit the gap. Oh, jeez, I pressed the wrong button. Let's go, Kurtman! Big hit on Kurtman! There's it. Was that a new animation? Let's just take a look at that one. Don't know who this is. I was going to say Nathan Brown. It's not even bloody Manly. So this is a good little example. We get the ball out. Kurtman does a set that looks quite decent. And then a big hit. I don't even, who even was that? I don't know. Don't know who exactly it was. Doesn't matter. But the big hit does look pretty decent. Kurtman gets through his defender. And then as a result, big hit it. I actually think it looked quite decent. That animation. I don't think it's quite like we saw in the trailer, but I think it looks pretty good. Again, they just fall. You'd think like a big shot like that, they would follow them with them. They're not just going to let them lay on the ground, but it's an improvement. With that animation, yeah, Negan, dude, I'm with you, bro. Like, this is what I'm like. It's like, I played Rugby League Live 4 for so many years, man. It's like, we're getting like a touched up Rugby League Live 4. And like, it sounds alright, but then you're like, man, I've actually... It's going to be going on like 10 years by the time we get something sick. Maybe even longer. Yeah, with that animation, you can't... Sometimes they just stand there, right? So we saw that. They don't always jump on the player. I actually scored a try last night where I just got up and threw like a cutout pass. And because they rush back, right? Like you can see them here. They're just standing around, right? My player's here. There's a good chance Kurtman just gets up, boom, shoot it out. There's an overlap. Done. Because they don't complete the tackle. Again, is it nitpicking? Yeah, you can argue it's nitpicking. Or is it being real? There's the pass. Let's go. Victor Radley. Offload. Go! Where's my support again? I'm going to give it to my awesome player. He's like 91 rated. Oh, we butchered that. We butchered it. Zero tackle. I don't know how that's zero tackle, but let's just go with it. Anyways, I thought Reed Money was about to score. Oh, it was on halftime too. What a joke. I was setting up for the next play. Oh man, we should have scored there. Yeah, dude, it's like it feels so disingenuous. I can't sit here and be like, this game is really good. Like it's better than it was, but it's still not a great game. It's just better than what it was. Which it was an absolute shit show when the game came out. So I don't know if that means anything. Yes, it's better, but is it up to scratch? Probably not. Is this the new update? Yes, it is. And is that me being like harsh in the game? Like possibly. But also at the same time, like I feel like adding in, right, this animation here, I'm going to let this play out. Adding in a new animation for a kickoff, which I skip anyways. It won't let me do it. I guess if you let it play for a certain amount of time, you can't skip it. But nothing like of note, like gameplay wise. Just a couple new things here and there. William Hurd, this guy's complaining. Dude, take note that like the majority of people are complaining about it. I just want to say, I feel like I've seen the Rugby League 26 unofficial like Discord and stuff. What I think they don't realize is they're actually they're in their own little bubble. They're in there, and that's, you know, do what you want to do. You can go in and talk about the game and all that sort of stuff. No problems with that. And it's when they go like, I can't understand why anyone else doesn't like this game, and it's like there's reportedly over 110, probably by the time the game's out, 120,000 people playing it. The general public, the general majority, have found this game to be absolute dog shit. We're not, like, we're in the majority. The people who are saying this game isn't good, we're in the majority. You're in the minority if you are saying it's like it's good and you have no problems with all that sort of stuff. You need to understand that. You can't get mad at people for saying it's not good. Even Big Ant have come out and said, like, we apologise for how the game was at the start. Any updates that happen remain to be seen. Obviously, it can get better, but you can't get mad and expect people to enjoy this game just willy-nilly. Like, they're not going to do it for the sake of it. Cheers, Negan. Exactly, like UAFL said. Yeah, first impressions of the game. Didn't get a Sapphire. I got one Sapphire. Player stats have been upgraded. They do look a lot better, yeah. Went for a big hit, didn't get it. Oh, Kiwi Sports Image, that seems to be it, eh? It's like, take away, like, stats and everybody loses their mind. It's about them being in there for, like, every single game. It's like the total, like, EA sort of method. It's like, you take it away and then you reintroduce it as a new feature. Dude, Corey, nobody expected this to be an EA quality game. Dude, we've played Rugby League Live 4, we've played Rugby League Live 3, Rugby League Live 2. We knew it wasn't going to be a FIFA caliber of game. That's the like, that's like the easy thing to say, right? We saw Rugby 25, we saw those sort of stuff. We were just like, hey, hopefully it's not like that. We're going to pass it to Harry Smith. Hopefully it's one of the better kicking games. No, he doesn't. Well, he should. He probably does, actually. I probably didn't time that well. Let's go. Is anyone stuck on the daily login screen? A few people have said that, yeah. I, not personally, but a few people have said it. Watch him add wind, career mode stats and all that, and people will be like, awesome. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, Big Ant doing the EA trick, remove features, add them back in, and say it's a new feature. That's what it seems like, genuinely. People are excited to get the things that were in Rugby League Live 4, which is weird. And, like, maybe it's smart. Maybe, like, if we got this and it had just been this game on day one, maybe we would have complained about that too. I don't know. Maybe it's a smart move. I'm going to bring Drinky on at hooker. I don't know if that's a good move, bad move, but we're going to try it out. Victor Bradley, let's get him off. Let's go. I just want to point out, does it not say a lot about the game is that we've had Rugby League Live 4 and now Rugby League 26, and these little plays that you're seeing bottom right, I'm blocking it, but they're little plays that you get to select. People still don't know how to use them, including myself, because there's no explanation on it. On Live 4 or League 26, and on 1X is the first one who's like properly in-depth explained it. There we go. Pressure on. Something's never changed, brother. He was trying to sweep it. Kurtman is not. That was not it. It was touched by them. I'm not sure where. Sucker them in, bro. Ace, what's good, brother? Scotty Drinky. Scotty Drinky! Offload! Dude, that's a terrible offload. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Big Ant could have all these things patched up the game start off. Could have saved their time. Yeah, exactly. Insane did a good video on it too, and he's like, look, if they've had this ready to go, why is it now here? Like, that's what is confusing. If you can not make a line break like that, that would be fantastic. Are they going to take a field goal? I feel like it's a little bit too early on this game, but I'll definitely be taking a field goal if I get a chance. We make the tackle. Easy start. 5th tackle. Again, some things never change. Scotty, drink water. Tell me off. We get the step. We're around. Dylan Edwards can't get the offload away. I'm going to try and go to, out the back. Dry field. I held the ball too long. Dude, how's he going to... Oh, is he injured? Are you serious? Central Hub, what's doing, brother? Let's go, Joshy King. Joshy King props with the step still. Shout out to Central Hub. He actually has a really good X page. There's a gap. There's a gap, and we get run down so quick. Let's go, Scotty Drinky. Scotty Drinky. There's, again, 2 good runs and a high tackle. Did we just lose the game? 2 good runs by Drinky, followed with some, like, terrible offloads. Updates mid. Yeah, dude, the more I'm playing it, the more I'm like, it is mid. It is mid, yeah. Tim, I think you might be onto something. Dude, come on! Tackle him! I'd seen someone else say that, yeah. To the extra scene PC update, honestly, not that I've noticed too much. I've had one big hit, the step looks weird. I haven't had any of the spin moves, stuff like that. Like, look at that. What is that play? I've had them score off a knock-on that wasn't a knock-on. And they're over. Still, again, they just throw a random cut-out pass you can't stop. What can you do there? You can't actually stop that. Sarah, how's it going off the update? It's better than the original one, but at the same time, it's like... It's like having a... If I had to describe this... If I had to describe this update, right? Look, it's better, right? But it's like if you went to the toilet, you took a mad dump, right? And instead of flushing it, you got the spray and you sprayed it. And you're like, oh, it doesn't smell that bad, but you can still kind of smell it. That's what this game is like. The turd's still there. The turd is still there, but they've masked it a little bit. They've used a little bit of air. They just used a little bit of spray. Dylan Edwards, the goal kicker, he's going to kick it. Again, like, wind's there for opposition. That's what is, like, confusing. Like, clearly there was wind right there. He's doing it left to right. There's clearly wind for the opposition only. Buzz. Why is the referee wearing green? I think it might be a pro team thing. Possibly. Colourful turd, there you go. Rugby League 26, just that turd that you can't get rid of. You can't get rid of, man. Yeah, no, the referee was fine when I played it last night. Is that... Who kicked that? That's a prop kicking. Like, that's what I mean. A prop's kicking there. Why is a prop kicking? Reedy! Offload. Pick it up. Can't get the next offload. Go through the middle. Kurtman. Kurtman's tired. Let's get Kurt off. And Eric. Oh, jeez. I have 2 interchanges left. Kurtman's coming off. Dude, again, okay, Central has pointed this out. Look at this referee, right? Look at the referee. He's next to the fullback's in a stupid spot, but also the referee's there as well. I can't even control it. Why is the referee standing on like the goal line, and then also you got the fullback there as well, which has been a problem since Rugby League Live 4. You know what I mean? Where there's only so much they can do with Rugby League Live 4. Oh, this is the play, and I've just butchered it because I was in the replays. Play international with the Kangaroos, you can't. Like, even now, look at like where these players are, right? And this is with like patches, right? I'm playing the latest one. Again, nitpicking, but like, why are the players just standing there randomly? I have an injured player here, standing there. Why are they just there? Like, clearly on the other side of the field is where they should be, right? 4 Points Park. It's just the little things that, like, yeah, they are adding a couple animations that they apparently had before the game even was supposed to release, alright? So you think that should have that locked down, like that should have been fine. These are the things they should work on, the actual gameplay itself. And for me, the gameplay itself is not any better. Like the stepping, it's just changed the stepping animation, but there's still core mechanics are still there, the same problems are still there. And 100% it is an upgrade on what we got from the previous one. I'll give them that. They are working hard by the looks of things. Credit to them for that, but they're working hard to get it to a playable standard, not like a great standard. So yeah, look, I'm not the biggest fan. It's just, I don't know. Like I don't want to be so negative because I feel like everyone's just like, oh, you're so negative on it, and I am being negative in my videos, but that's just because like that's generally how I feel about this game. Talk about unnecessary bloat. What does that mean? It'll get better. Fuck, man, hopefully. Hopefully. I just don't want to come in here and be like, guys, go and buy it. Like, if you haven't bought it, I don't want to sit here and be like, guys, now's the time to do it. I said if the game gets to, like, a passable state, I'll say, hey, now's the time to do it. Go and get it. It's just, it's not it. It's not it at the moment. People still can't play Pro Teams because it goes straight to daily rewards and it just freezes. Yeah, like, I've not had that problem, but I see... What console are you on? See, Central Hub, thanks for coming in. Yeah, the Rugby League World Cup, separate. Yeah, casuals don't remember. And then you couldn't get it in the end. I had the women's one and nobody else could play it. I'm just going to look in the community, on the academy. I want to see if anyone's uploaded any player faces. Let's go by downloads. Is there any players available? Can you do it? Begin search. Let's see. This is what the fan hub used to be, right? Taylor May's there. Okay, so you can get Taylor May, Michael Jordan, another Taylor May. Looks like they fixed up the issue with the height, which is good. Spanian. Yeah, okay, like that's cool and all, but let's see. Was it even working? Let's see if is Cody Walker there. Cody Walker. Like, I know they fixed up his thing now, but okay. So Cody Walker's there. I don't know if that's what they ended up using. I mean, this was submitted on the 26th. I don't know if his face scan has... Like, it looks like they've just taken this straight up face scan from here, which is exactly what they said they should do. Oh, happy fair. I mean, what do you mean by bloat, though? Like, what do you mean by unnecessary bloat? Oh, a lot of stuff. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, exactly. Plays on the sideline. Yeah, things that, like, the game could have run a lot smoother. 100%. Yeah, I get you, man. Sorry, I didn't see your previous comment. So I'm going to go into edit clubs. Now, I believe, like, obviously Cody Walker's one. Rabbitohs are a great one because Cody Walker did get done, but we still get to look at the original Brandon Smith. So, South Sydney Rabbitohs. and take a look at their lineup. So everything's looking pretty sweet. You're like, hey, cool. Cody Walker, that same one we just saw on the fan hub, that looks good. Ratings seem pretty decent. Like Tallis Duncan is an 83, Keon's an 86. But Tallis Duncan is a higher rating than Queensland representative for many years. Try Arrow. Hubner's an 85. How is Hubner an 85? I don't understand that. That is very strange to me. This is what we came for, though. Brandon Smith. This is Brandon Smith, boys. There we go. Brandon Smith for ya. Hold the X button, yeah. Okay, cool. So if you're stuck, hold X. I'll go for the Bulldogs. Again, this isn't just me being a hater. I'm just pointing out the good and the bad. Like, there are some cool animations, but you just saw me play a random game, and a lot of these animations didn't happen. Now, granted, a lot of tries weren't scored, but at the same time, this little hit and spin animation and all the big hits and all that sort of stuff, we saw like one of them. And that's just the general thing. Unless you're out and out just going and looking for it and seeking it out, playing lower difficulties, and like just spamming the big hits and stuff, you're not going to see too many of them. And that's where I'm like, they put in all this time and effort to get this stuff in. And whether they put a lot of time and effort, but that's just what it seems to be. And it's just like, dude, it's just... I'm not going to say it was a waste of time, because it definitely wasn't a waste of time, but this like big groundbreaking patch that we got, actually playing the game, it doesn't feel like it, just being completely honest. Injuries ruined us. Oh, you mean Rabbitohs? But boys, look, I'm going to end this one here. I'm going to go and edit some of this sort of stuff. I will come back tonight and I might play some career mode. I feel like that would be quite fun. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming into the stream. Very much appreciated. Look, is the game dying off? It's not dying off yet, but definitely a lot of the hype is gone, which is a shame. It really is a shame. But just want to say shout out to everybody who came into the stream. Very much appreciated. And I'll see you later.